Soon, the movie Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire will be brought to fans around the world. The film will continue after the explosive confrontations of Godzilla vs. Kong. An all-new adventure pits Kong and Godzilla together against a colossal, undiscovered threat hidden deep within the Earth. The film will delve deeper into the history of the Titans, their origins and mysteries on Skull Island, and explore the mythical battle that created these extraordinary creatures and their bond with humanity. On that occasion, let's take a look at the greatest and most memorable giant monsters that have appeared in this monster universe. One. Godzilla. Godzilla is often called the king of the monsters. Godzilla is described as an ancient giant sea creature possessing destructive power, awakened and enhanced by radiation, with serious effects from the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Godzilla is seen as a metaphor for the nuclear disaster. Godzilla is an anti-hero. Sometimes he defeats other forces to protect the Earth, but sometimes he is a destroyer of human life. Godzilla has the appearance of a dinosaur with an upright posture, scaly skin, a body with muscular arms, many rows of spikes on its back and tail, and a pair of eyes that are quite small compared to its body. Godzilla's weapon is atomic breath, a nuclear blast generated from within his body and released from his mouth in the shape of a blue or red radioactive heat ray. 2. King Kong. King Kong takes the form of a giant gorilla living on a deserted island that has never been explored by humans, Skull Island, and is worshipped by the indigenous people here as a guardian god of the island, helping them fight other dangerous creatures. King Kong's ancestors probably appeared in prehistoric times. Although he is a monster, King Kong is very intelligent. It is a kaiju with deep emotions and introspection. It does not want to harm humans, but only gets angry when its natural home is destroyed. Perhaps more special than other strange kaiju monsters, King Kong is a symbol representing the great power of nature, the power that when standing before it, humans suddenly become extremely small and weak. King Kong's anger and death serve as a condemnation of humanity for what we have done to Mother Nature. 3. Muto. MUTO is an acronym for Massive Unidentified Terrestrial Organism. MUTO can be considered a natural enemy of Godzilla, as well as many other giant monsters because of their reproductive habits. Normally, M.U.T.OS will kill monsters of different species and lay eggs in that radioactive corpse. Just like Godzilla, MUTO lives by absorbing the Earth's natural radiation. At some point, the MUTO species died out, leaving only 2 females who made their own cocoons and hid for millions of years until Monarch discovered them. 4. King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah is also known as Monster Zero. Ghidorah is a space monster that came to Earth in the form of a giant meteorite. Ghidorah has an evil and cruel nature. It destroys one civilization after another in the universe. Dr. Vivienne Graham collected many ancient paintings of Ghidorah in a cave surrounded by skulls of the victims. Each of Ghidorah's heads has a distinct personality. The head in the middle seems to be the leader, the smartest, the most dominant, and the most evil of the 3. The right head is loyal, always obedient to the middle one, but it easily becomes irritable and aggressive, and when fighting it is also very pragmatic. Meanwhile, the head on the left is the least intelligent. It is often distracted and wants to do its own thing. Sometimes the head in the middle has to restrain and threaten it to focus on the main thing. 5. Mothra. Mothra is described as a monster whose shape resembles a giant atlas moth. Before evolving into a giant butterfly, Mothra was in the form of a large larva living on a tropical island called Infant Island. Mothra has a gentle nature, often siding with humans. Therefore, when in her large larva form, Mothra became the god worshipped by the people on the island. Accompanying Mothra are often 2 twin fairies. They have the ability to summon monsters to participate in battle thanks to a song. 6. Rodan. Rodan is a prehistoric monster capable of flying, whose appearance is inspired by flying dinosaurs of giant size. In the MonsterVerse, Rodan is described as a sleeping entity atop a volcano waiting to be awakened. People call it Fire Demon or Monster Born from Fire. With streams of lava flowing through his veins, Rodan can erupt from his mouth in devastating jets of fire. Rodan's skin is as hard as rock. Bullets cannot penetrate the sword. At the same time, with a skin color similar to soil and rocks, Rodan can easily hide in mountain terrain. 7. Mechagodzilla. In Godzilla vs. Kong, Mechagodzilla was created by the Apex organization by combining technological elements with the remaining head of King Ghidorah. Godzilla in the movie also had to cooperate with Kong by releasing atomic breath to increase the damage of the Gorilla King's axe, thereby completely defeating Mechagodzilla. Although defeated at the end of the movie, Mechagodzilla also proved himself to be a formidable opponent with many weapons. 8. Skullcrawler. Relatively little is known about the historical origins of this voracious predator, although its evolutionary purpose is clear. The cranial lizards exist only to devour, destroy, and dominate. Beneath the natural underground, they dug and flew up through vents from the geologically unstable area of Skull Island, as if they were trying to escape their own hell. The scariest thing is the faces of these monsters cold. Their faces are like skulls protruding from the skin, the corners of their eyes are dark, and there is no sign of life, making their prey feel afraid of them. Their sinister composure. The facial feature segments are designed to intimidate prey. 9. Warbat. Warbats are large reptilian serpentine creatures that are grayish in coloration and equipped with 2 red membranous wings running down the top half of its body, supported by long spines which are extensions of the ribcage. Their torso is similar to that of a snake, being long and slender, presumably evolved to navigate the treacherous terrain of the hollow earth when their wings are not in use. The bottom half of their torso also has ventral scales, further adding to the resemblance of a snake. The head is massive and snake-like and is armed with 2 enormous 14-foot-long fangs protruding from their bottom jaw, as well as rows of needle-like teeth. The eyes are green, with the pupils being horizontal and almost cat-like, as well as possessing a bony ridge above their eyes, resembling that of a crocodile. Warbat blood is light green in coloration. 10. Shimo. The monster that has been determined to appear in the next film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is Shimo. As Kong investigated a bone-filled cave in the hollow earth, he uncovered several massive cave paintings depicting different monsters. The last displays a battle between Godzilla and Shimo. Shimo is an enormous quadrupedal creature boasting a robust frame covered in dense reptilian scutes and a striking purplish-white coloration. Shimo's head possesses 2 forward-facing eyes and a crest adorned with vibrant purple spikes. Shimo also possesses translucent purple spikes running down the back and an extremely lengthy tail ending in 4 thagomizers. 11. Skar King is a simian titan who will appear as the main antagonist in the upcoming 2024 Legendary Pictures film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, along with Shimo. The Skar King is a gigantic primate-based creature with an appearance quite similar to that of Kong, but with a slender, muscular, and elongated orangutan-like physique that is characterized by his lengthy arms and legs, a slightly pronounced hunchback, and a small scar on his right brow. He has pale white skin, and his body is predominantly covered in thick, reddish fur, except for his face, scalp, chest, inner arms, hands, and feet. Notably, his eyes emit a gentle, luminous blue glow, and he adorns his face and parts of his body in faded red war paint. The Skar King wields a weapon called the Whiplash, a titan's spinal column connected to a mandible and adorned with a blue crystalline blade that's placed across his torso from the right shoulder downward like a sash. We can assume Skar King is an old titan with a lot of battle experience. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is one of the most anticipated movie blockbusters in 2024 and is expected to continue the success of previous MonsterVerse films
of the Hollow Earth.